Ahead on 9 News Now, deadly road rage. 2 people are killed in a crash in Maryland. We will have a live report. Plus, we have more on the Duke lacrosse rape investigation. All charges in the case are expected to be dismissed today. We'll have the very latest. Howard has our forecast.
JC, some rain knocking on the doorstep. We'll look at it on the live Doppler 9000 on a weekend forecast that may not be what you were hoping for. 9 News Now at noon starts right after this.
A baby is born, light as a feather, tiny enough to fit in your hand.
500,000 babies are born prematurely every year. Some don't survive. Others face serious health problems.
My children were born too soon. We were lucky. But other families need your help.
Join 9 News Now for Walk America, Sunday, April 22nd. Money raised goes to March of Dimes programs. Register at WUSA9.com or call this number.
Afraid of energy bills? Stop being afraid. Carrier's Infinity system is the most energy-efficient heating and cooling system. It automatically adjusts for peak efficiency, saving you money.
For a limited time, learn how you can receive a Carrier Cool Cash rebate up to $1,100. Call 1-800-CARRIER to find a participating dealer.
Yes, ma'am. We can get somebody right out.
At Sanford Kramer, your plumbing, heating, air, or electrical need is as big a deal to us as it is to you. We'll get to you fast. Call Sanford Kramer, the duck truck guy.
From the first local news station in high definition, this is 9 News Now at noon. Washington's #1 daytime news program.
Hello and welcome to 9 News Now. I'm J.C. Hayward. Maryland State Police say that it began with angry drivers exchanging words in Frederick County this morning. It ended with the deaths of 2 people after their vehicle hit a guardrail and flipped over on I-270 near Urbana. Emily Schmidt has more in this live report.
JC, for the first time in nearly 4 hours, you see that there are vehicles once again traveling this stretch of I-270 just south of Frederick. This has just reopened a couple of minutes ago after being shut down all morning. What police have on their hands is 2 dead people after an accident. They're also looking for another driver in a case that they say looks like it is road rage. Maryland State Police say they got calls about the accident beginning at 8:09 this morning. When they got on the scene, they found that a gray Chrysler Sebring convertible had gone over a guardrail. It flipped over. 2 people inside who apparently were not wearing seatbelts were thrown out. They were found dead on the scene. But that's only the beginning of this story. Police say a number of witnesses told them that before the convertible crashed, the driver had apparently been arguing with the driver of a green pickup truck. Morning commuters told police that the truck may have hit its brakes in front of the car just before the car lost control.
We do have aggressive driving. I haven't been advised of any obscene gestures, but based on witness accounts that there was some aggressive driving between the 2 vehicles.
Green Chevy full-size pickup was actually gone before police could track down the driver. Now counties all around here are on the lookout. Police don't have a lot to go on. As I said, just a green Chevy full-size pickup. The only description of the driver, they say, is very vague. They think he may have been a white male, perhaps wearing a baseball hat. So as this investigation continues and police try to figure out what may have been going on between the drivers and who the driver is, one part of this story is moving forward. Once again, this road has reopened in this part of I-270. We will continue to keep you posted as this story develops throughout the day. Reporting live in Frederick County, I'm Emily Schmidt. JC, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Emily. A district police officer injured in an accident on Friday has died. 57-year-old Wayne Pitt was blocking traffic for worshipers when he was involved in an auto accident in Mount Pleasant. Pitt, who was assigned to the 3rd District, was a D.C. police officer for 5 years. Before that, he served 20 years with the police department in Raleigh, North Carolina. A charge has been made against a child for setting 2 fires in Loudoun County last night. The child's age has not been released. But the biggest fire was at a home in the 10,300 block of Yorktown Court in Sterling. The Loudoun County Fire Marshal says that the child broke into the home and then set a fire inside the garage. The flames spread to the house next door. Two 10-year-old girls were walking by. They saw the flames and alerted the family to get out.
We ran like really fast to try to tell them. So we ran down and started like kind of banging on the door. She walked out, she didn't even know. She was like, "Hey girls." And we were like, "Your house is on fire, your house is on fire." And then she like went back in and she was like, "Get everybody out of the house."
No one was injured, but damage to the two homes is estimated at more than $500,000. Shortly before that fire started, investigators say that this same child broke into another nearby home and set a small fire that caused very little damage. A second juvenile is also charged in that case. Investigators are looking for the cause of another fire in Fairfax County. Sky 9 was over the scene last night in Clifton. Smoke could be seen coming from the home along Beaver Creek Road. Firefighters from Fairfax and Prince William counties used tanker trucks to douse the flames. U.S. Park Police are hoping that you can help them find a missing woman. Dorothy Watkins was last seen yesterday afternoon near the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. The 81-year-old woman suffers from Alzheimer's disease and she has other medical conditions. She was wearing a tan hat, a dark blue jacket, beige sweatpants, and sneakers. If you see her, police say please call the U.S. Park Police. A Germantown woman is facing charges for leaving her 5-year-old daughter home alone with 6 younger children. And they were found last Friday on Stony Point Way in Germantown, Maryland. Officers were actually looking for another toddler when they knocked on the door. And when they asked to speak with an adult, the 5-year-old said she was in charge. Officers found 2 infants and 4 toddlers upstairs. The mother of one of the children expressed her concern.
I think, taking care of kids is a very important thing. One has to be very careful.
25-year-old Sala Pace has been charged with 7 counts of leaving a child unattended. Police say Pace went to the CVS to buy Easter candy. It was a case that stoked racial tensions and rocked prestigious Duke University. It is expected to end today when prosecutors dismiss all sexual assault charges against 3 Duke lacrosse players. Karen Brown is in Durham, North Carolina right now with more information.
Defense lawyers say it's likely that the sex charges against 3 former Duke lacrosse players that shamed the university and inflamed racial tensions will be dropped. All 3 white players, Colin Finnerty, Reed Seligman, and David Evans, had been accused of kidnapping and sexually violating a black escort service dancer hired to perform at a team party. They've always maintained their innocence.
I felt, right from the start, that what they had to say, they were being truthful.
The 3 players were originally accused of rape, but those charges were dropped in December after the accuser changed her story about what happened at this now vacant house more than a year ago. But community leaders in the working class minority suburb where the 28-year-old accuser lives still say a crime was committed and blame the district attorney for bungling the case.
We got more questions than we have answers.
The state attorney took over the case earlier this year after District Attorney Mike Nifong was accused of ethics violations for the way he handled it. And as he fights to save his legal career, now the 3 men he charged are fighting to recover their reputations.
The aftermath will be rather prolonged, I think, for everyone involved.
And to pay off millions in legal fees for crimes they may no longer be accused of. Karen Brown, CBS News, Durham, North Carolina.
Today's developments could turn the focus of the sensational case toward the future of Durham County District Attorney Mike Nifong. Nifong has been charged with ethics violations connected to his handling of the case. Well, the White House is weighing in on the Don Imus controversy. President Bush says that the radio host owes the Rutgers women's basketball team an apology for his insulting remarks. 3 major sponsors are pulling ads from the Imus show telecast on MSNBC. Imus will be suspended for 2 weeks for what he said. The Rutgers team will meet with Imus next week, but yesterday they spoke with reporters.
Not only has Mr. Imus stolen a moment of pure grace from us, but he has brought us to the harsh reality that behind the faces of the networks that have worked so hard to convey a message of empowerment to young adults, that somehow, some way, the door has been left open to attack your leaders of tomorrow.
A third sponsor says it is considering pulling its advertisements from the Imus show. Well, we have not heard the last of the paternity dispute involving the donor, Anna Nicole Smith, but we do know who the father is.
I told you so.
A DNA test confirmed Larry Burkhead is the father of the late model's child. Smith's partner, Howard K. Stern, thought that the baby was his. He says that he will not challenge Burkhead for custody of the baby girl, but Smith's mother, Virgie Arthur, may seek joint custody. She'll be back in court on Friday. Still ahead on 9 News Now, a stunning admission from actor-politician Fred Thompson. We'll have details ahead.
Susan Roberts in Washington. President Bush is extending an invitation to Democrats to meet at the White House to discuss the war spending bill. Their reaction is coming up.
Big news out of the Bahamas. What we've learned about Anna Nicole Smith's baby. And what we just found out about where Danny Lynn will be brought up. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 4:30 on WUSA 9.
What's your reason for calling Empire today for your new bath liner? No time to remodel? Update your bathroom without remodeling. Our bath liners fit right over your old tub and walls. Immediate installation? Empire installs next day. On a budget? Save with Warehouse Direct prices plus no payments till April 2008. No remodeling, next day installation, and no payments till April 2008. All great reasons to call Empire today.
800-588-2300 Today. Attention, if you or someone you know is disabled and are seeking or have been denied Social Security benefits, write down this number. Under the law, if you have a physical or mental disability that prevents you from working, you have the right to collect Social Security disability income. Call now for this free special report that reveals the essential facts you must know to receive maximum Social Security benefits. To get this report by mail, without cost or obligation, call toll-free 1-888-675-1010. That's 1-888-675-1010.
DC, I'm about to explain. The DC lottery games are not all the same. You got hot lotto, lucky numbers, DC4. Roll the cash 5, daily 6 and more. New Benz, big house for your mama. Like health in a mansion in your silk pajamas. Quit your job, tell the boss man you just bought the company. Anything can happen playing that DC lottery. Yeah.
It's got to be in here somewhere.
Got a real storage problem? Call the Real Storage Experts. Call Public Storage at 1-800-44-STORE or click to get your first month for just $1 at your nearby Public Storage.
Hey, let me get your jacket.
Got a real storage problem? Call the Real Storage Experts. Call Public Storage at 1-800-44-STORE or click to get your first month for just $1 at your nearby Public Storage.
Wonderful changes are taking place in people's lives. Do you want to change? Then tune to this station, Channel 9, Sunday morning at 6 o'clock for Change Point. I'm Pastor Jack Morris.
Next, E.T. Anna Nicole's baby. You know who's the daddy. Now, what's next for Danny Lynn? Plus, Brad Garrett, the wedding crasher.
Yeah, I'm here right now.
And inside Ugly Betty's TV closet. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7:30 on WUSA 9.
Republican Fred Thompson says he has lymphoma, but the former Tennessee senator says that the cancer is in remission and should not affect his life expectancy. The politician actor is 64 years old, and he is considering running for president. Thompson tells Fox News he has non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he has not been ill or suffered any symptoms.
Going back to his academic.
Lymphoma is an immune system cancer that strikes more than 71,000 Americans each year. At least 23 people were killed today in explosions in Algeria. The state news agency says one blast was aimed at the prime minister's office, another at a police station in Algiers. More than 100 people were injured. The prime minister, who was not hurt, calls the attacks terrorist acts. Al-Qaeda of North Africa is claiming responsibility for the attack. President Bush is offering to consult with Democrats on the controversial issue of providing increased funding for the war in Iraq. But opponents say that the meeting is pointless if their arguments are going to be rejected. Susan Roberts has more.
Thank you all.
All the post-election promises from President Bush and congressional Democrats to find common ground are getting fainter and fainter as the battle over Iraq war funding gets louder and louder.
The president wants a blank check, and the Democrats will not give it to him.
The first thing that needs to happen is the House needs to return from the recess so we can get started toward finishing up getting the money for the troops.
Both houses of Congress have passed war spending bills that come with troop withdrawal deadlines, legislation that the president has made clear he will veto. Mr. Bush has invited leaders from both parties to the White House next week to discuss the issue, but Democrats say the meeting is pointless if they can't negotiate.
The president invited us to do was come to his office so that we could accept, without any discussion, the bill that he wants.
The president says that without new money, the military's training could begin to suffer as early as next week and will eventually impact soldiers on the ground in Iraq and Afghanistan. Susan Roberts, CBS News, Washington.
All right, if you're heading out, you certainly want to know if there are any traffic tie-ups in the metropolitan area. Here's Nicole O'Brien with full details.
All right, thanks a lot, JC. We've got a lot going on this morning. It's been very, very busy today. We're going to start out with Sky 9. Bill Michaels, he's over there checking things out on Route 29 in Ashburn, where we have a closure. Bill?
Nicole, the problem is northbound on 28, right at Waxpool Road. The police investigation continues. The folks are northbound on 28. You'll need to follow police direction. They'll let you exit onto Waxpool to work around the situation.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. And we'll go take a look at a problem over in Lewiston on 270 southbound, just before Route 80. Still have that accident investigation going on. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the show. Left lane is getting by now. You're still seeing delays in the area. Also on 355 and 85, people are using those as alternates. And heading over into Fauquier County on Route 17 southbound, right after 806 Elk Run Road, we've got an accident involving a tractor trailer. All southbound lanes are still blocked. Police are alternating traffic. The tractor trailer has been uprighted. This happened early this morning as well. And we've got some construction out there. Let's go to a live shot. Take a look at Montrose Road in between Jefferson Street and Tildenwood Road, I believe. We do have some construction there that's causing some delays. So keep an eye out on that. You can, well, it looks like it's a little windy out there too, maybe. The camera's kind of moving around, but you do have some slowdowns over there. So keep that in mind if you're headed into that direction.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll keep that in mind. Still ahead on 9 News now at noon, a setback for the latest shuttle mission. We'll have details just ahead, and Howard will be here.
JC, we're running a deficit rainfall-wise, about a ½ inch for the month, 2 inches for the year. We're going to make a dent into that tonight and over the weekend, and that'll likely help keep the pollen numbers down. Should be high, but nobody's complaining. Tree pollen right now in the moderate category, still low, though, on the weeds and the mulberry grasses, and the mulberry weeds are absent. That 7-day forecast, looking at the weekend, coming right up.
Window World offers top-quality, double-hung vinyl replacement windows that will enhance the look and value of your home, starting as low as $189 installed.
Window World, the #1 replacement window company. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW today.
If you're a senior and need money, please listen to the following announcement. By way of a new federal program, Seniors First can now convert your home's equity into money. It's called a reverse mortgage, and you simply have to be 62 and have ample equity in your primary residence to qualify. Use the money for any reason you desire. You won't have monthly payments or have to repay the loan as long as you live in your home. Plus, the remaining equity will still be passed on to your heirs. Call Seniors First and see how seniors come first.
I thought I was covered by Medicare, but then I got this. And all of a sudden, I've got to come up with a lot of cash I don't have. Well, that's the last time that's going to happen to me. And it doesn't have to happen to you. How do I know? I got this from Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. It tells you all about Medigap insurance.
Protect yourself from the gaps in Medicare coverage. Call 1-800-220-4292 for free information on Medigap insurance from Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. Some plans pay up to 100% of all deductibles and copayments, so you'll be covered for things like medical tests, hospital visits, and emergency care. As a Maryland or D.C. area resident on Medicare, you're guaranteed acceptance in a Medigap plan from Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call 1-800-220-4292 for free information on Medigap plans.
Don't wait until it's too late to find out what Medicare doesn't cover.
That's 1-800-220-4292. There's no obligation, so call today.
Hello, Bill, here's a song that we're singing. Come in, shop happy.
How about some Angus steaks or fresh seafood? Whatever you decide, you're gonna be a winner. And here's something else to put her in a good mood. Strolling along, here's a song that we're singing. Come in, shop happy.
There's only one Window World.
I became, from that moment on, a walking billboard for Window World. You can ask fellow coworkers, neighbors, and friends, and they all know who put our windows in.
Window World. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW today.
Would you explain to me, please, the secret of how you field an entertaining, competitive, winning team without spending any money?
What kind of question is that?
Well,
I went like this.
I know better, but you look like a genius.
What have you been drinking? 9 News Now's Brett Haber, the Nationals general manager Jim Bowden.
That's not how you reestablish the love.
Together all season long and only on 9 News Now.
And I'm filing a lawsuit, by the way.
Brought to you by Geico.
NASA is pushing back the next scheduled launch of the space shuttle. It will be at least June 8th before Atlantis rockets into space. NASA says it needs the time to finish repairing the hail that damaged the fuel tank. So
you can see all those pock marks on that tight shot there. It was kind of a freak hailstorm. It should have been up, March, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're
That's
going
right,
up in
March
June.
15th.
We have some weather news going into the weekend, which is just not looking as nice as it was. We thought we'd have a chance for some showers, 60s, maybe 70. Now it looks like the storm system Saturday, Sunday is going to be farther to the south, and that means colder. I think it's just going to be rain this time, but JC, if we saw a couple of wet snowflakes again...
Don't say that.
It's not inconceivable. It's not inconceivable. I can't believe I'm saying that heading into this, but it's not inconceivable. Showers developing this afternoon. High temps in the low 50s. Southeast winds at 10 to 15, and you saw that breeze with the camera shots earlier. Sun setting at 7:41. Windy and wet tonight. We could get some heavy rain during the overnight period with lows in the 40s. Southeast at 15 to 25. And then tomorrow, early rain with some afternoon clearing. And probably not too bad tomorrow into Friday, once we get rid of the rain, with highs in the lower 60s. This morning into early afternoon now, we're watching the clouds, how they've increased on us. Lots of rain out to the west. Yes, that is snow in southern Michigan. And around here, just a little bit of shower activity, but the air's pretty dry. So even though Live Doppler 9000 is picking up the activity, I don't think much of this is reaching the ground. But down toward the south, Fredericksburg, for example, did not report any precip, but I bet there's a few sprinkles here extending down toward the river, maybe down toward the northern neck, although Bill said it was still dry. Warrenton, perhaps a few sprinkles that way, and we go farther to the north through between Winchester, Martinsburg, and Hagerstown out toward western Maryland, and maybe even western Loudoun County. A few sprinkles. These should be fairly light now, expecting potentially the heavier stuff later on. Temperature-wise, we've got 40s to our north and west, even on the Bay in Baltimore, 48, while it's 51 in town, and Quantico's at 50. We're 50 also here in northwest. The winds today, they have been out of the east and the east-southeast at 15, now gusting to 22 at National. But look at the humidity, only 42%, and that's one reason I believe that a lot of the rain on Doppler isn't showing up. This is a monster storm up here, producing some heavier snows, maybe 6 to 12 inches up through this part of the Great Lakes. And it's going to bring the rain in for us for later on tonight into the overnight and early tomorrow morning. So as we look at the 7-day forecast, we've got the rain in the forecast for today. Low 50s, ending early tomorrow. And then tomorrow, not bad in the afternoon, nice on Friday, but look at the weekend. Saturday, some more rain arrives, and it could be cold enough Saturday night, JC, to change it over in a couple of spots. Sunday, 48. Monday and Tuesday, cool. Upper 40s to low 50s with still a shower or two. Looks like the weekend storm gets cut off from the main circulation, so it could sort of just hang out and really pester us for a couple of days.
Okay. All right, Howard. Thank you. Well, neighbor versus neighbor battles typically are not news, but in this case, one of the neighbors is running for president. Monty Johnson lives in Orange County, North Carolina, just yards from the estate of Democrat John Edwards. Johnson is a Republican, and he has a sign supporting Rudy Giuliani on his property. Elizabeth Edwards says Johnson scares her because he pulled a gun on trespassers on his property. But Johnson tells Inside Edition he keeps the weapon for his protection.
I've had it a long time. And yes, when I go out late at night, I do carry it for protection. And I not only would use it to protect myself, I would someone in my neighborhood. Just like when I caught the people over at Mr. Edwards' that were trespassing, I had it with me then, and I called the sheriff to come check them out.
So they were under construction, and you...
Well, you can hear more from Johnson this afternoon on Inside Edition with Deborah Norville. The show airs beginning at 4:30 right here on WUSA 9. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Be a part of 9 News Now. If you see news happening, call us at 202-895-5700. If you capture breaking news on your camera or cell phone, email it to mynewsnow@WUSA9.com.
Today's Allergy Update is brought to you by Allergy Care Centers.
Confused about all the allergy medicines available today? Allergy Care Centers can help. Wondering what's causing you to cough, sneeze, and wheeze? Allergy Care Centers can help. Our board-certified physicians will perform the appropriate test and design a treatment plan especially for you.
No more scratch tests. At Allergy Care Centers, we find out what's making you sick quickly, safely, and easily.
Allergy Care Centers, with convenient locations in the Washington area and hours to fit any schedule. Call 800-287-2829 for an appointment today.
Now open in Laurel.
There's been a scorcher sighting. Temperatures are reaching record highs. It's a hot one.
Hey, Scorcher!
For a limited time, learn how you can receive a Bryant bonus rebate up to $1,100. Call 800-428-4326 to find a participating dealer.
What's your reason for calling Empire today for your new carpet? Shop at Home Convenience? We'll bring brand name samples to your home so you can choose the color and texture that's just right for you. Immediate installation? Empire will install your new carpet next day. On a budget? Save with Warehouse Direct prices plus no payments till April 2008. Shop at Home next day installation and no payments till April 2008. All great reasons to call Empire today. Call now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Now, you know and I know we are never going to use this kind of stuff. But you teach a woman to eat right, and she will eat right for a lifetime. LA weight loss. I lost 40 pounds in just 23 weeks, and I did it without lifting a finger. I ate the foods I love, and I'm a happy girl. You call LA weight loss, baby. It is no joke. Check it out. Look.
Lose weight for only $5 a week, plus the cost of setup and LA Lights. Call 1-800-526-SLIM.
How are things going at work? You know, we spend over 8 hours each day at work, which translates into less time at home and more time commuting and on the job. Don't be a casualty of the daily grind. I'm Dale O'Shields, pastor of Church of the Redeemer in Gaithersburg, Maryland. You know, we don't have to struggle through work. Jesus Christ promises us strength and rest. Visit us this weekend for one of our 5 services, Saturdays at 5 and 7 p.m. or Sundays at 9 and 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. I look forward to seeing you there.
Where did you get this mattress?
At the warehouse.
Mattress Warehouse?
Mm-hmm. I got a great deal. And the best part is, it comes with a mattress guy.
Mattress guy?
At Mattress Warehouse, we treat our customers right. And during our 50% off Beauty Rest closeout, you'll get guaranteed low prices and 0% financing for 2 years. Check us out at sleephappens.com.
He's great with the kids, too.
Ooh.
Mattress Warehouse.
Wonderful changes are taking place in people's lives. Do you want to change? Then tune to this station, Channel 9, Sunday morning at 6 o'clock for Change Point. I'm Pastor Jack Morris.
Before we leave you, we want to tell you about a $3,000 cab ride. That's what 2 retiring New Yorkers are paying for a trip to Arizona. Bob and Betty Mattis do not drive, and they didn't want to leave their cats or put their cats in a plane's cargo hold. So they met a cab driver. He said, I'll take you to Sedona, Arizona. It'll cost you $3,000. And in addition, they're going to pay for fuel, meals, and hotels. They're on their way. It's going to take about 7 days.
Hey, you know, why not? Good way to get there.
Another look.
Hey, we've got some rain moving in. Could be heavy tonight. Enjoy the day.
Thanks for being with us. Our next newscast is at 5 p.m. Have a wonderful day.